have packed mostly of our A team, but honestly speaking, most of our guys are nowadays in the A team. We only have 2 more non-kernel guys, no, 3 more in the whole roster, and we're trying to get them to kernel level as well. If you take a look at our team, pretty well equipped team and also pretty balanced. We have taken 2 sharpshooters, one who is gunslinger, one who's a normal sharpshooter. We took our leader, in this case Agro, and Roby. That's, by the way, the first mission where the guy called after the doc of Roby and Roby himself are present in the mission. And we do have the other colleagues as well, Barack Obama and our Ranger. So yeah, that's probably going to be great fun.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect
Good.
resistance.
First things first, we have seen that there is a pack on the left-hand side, like literally here, right? We've also seen there's a second pack around here, and the third pack is more or less at the station. We know that there is some high ground here on the left-hand side, and honestly speaking, there's really like no reason why we shouldn't take the high ground. Again, with our timer mod, we have the necessary spare time, so to speak. Let's just move for now.
Understood. Moving out.
All right. A tower is not per se a bad sign. To be honest, it's quite okay. Let's just take solid positioning here. All right, that's a bad sign. I didn't want to fight codices, but yeah, it happens.
Already there. Moving out.
Let's for now keep everyone moving towards the rooftop.
Go, go, go. Moving.
Yeah. That's going to be a fun mission. I'm already enjoying it. It's labeled very difficult, so I assume it's going to be a ton of enemies, also difficult enemies at the same time. And interestingly enough, lots of mechanical units already, so this is definitely going to be fun, guys. Can't say I'm disappointed so far. So, with regards to getting on top of this roof, I would say let's just start with the grappling hook. Blackjack, aka Ronan McKay, the gunslinger, takes the lead here. The best positions should be reserved for the snipers. So
Got some hostiles grouped over here.
that's, by the way, a suboptimal position for hostiles, because next turn they could go up here. Need to be a little bit careful and anticipate that this might happen. Nevertheless, let's get our sniper on top. Like I said, the snipers should get the best position for now. If we trigger the pack here, we'll probably trigger 2 packs. We just need to be aware of that. I'm not terribly afraid to do so, because I think we will have the necessary firepower to be okay with triggering both. I'm just kind of mentioning it in advance, because it'll just be a couple of enemies that we need to fight all at once. Good. I'd like to move her maybe up to here, just to keep the option of being concealed. So if the pack will come on top of the roof, this here will mean they are not going to reveal her. Hey Blue, greetings. Blue and Firewolfie, by the way, I added both of you to the character pool. So for the next campaign, you guys are definitely in the character pool, which means you can be drafted anytime. For this campaign, I think we're not going to get any more rookies, and maybe you're lucky and become one of the colonels that we buy, but even that is unlikely because we're so close to the end. Just want to mention you guys are now in the pool as well. All right. Yeah, indeed, that's pretty sweet. Since I do not have anyone who's helping in terms of importing all of the characters, I'm currently still doing the quote-unquote artwork of the characters and the design myself. But I plan specifically for the fun campaigns and maybe even for the future to let you guys also design your own characters and somehow um, yeah, find a way of how we can import them here. I know that Christopher Ott has done it, and maybe I need to look a little bit closer into it. So bottom line of the story, I want to include viewer characters a little bit more. That's interesting. He can see them through the rooftop. Look at that. I have no idea how they can be in his line of sight. Well, that's very strange. Like he can see all of these guys down there. I wanted to trigger this turn, but that here, for some reason, that doesn't really make sense. Like, why? How is it possible that these guys are in vision range of my SWAT? There is a solid rooftop in between. That's strange, because it would have been so simple, like literally just kill zone here and shoot at all of these four guys. Yeah, and that's about it. Maybe hit a nice flashbang and they can't even duplicate. If everything goes wrong, we still have face-off, so there would be plenty of damaging options. I'm just surprised that these guys here can be seen. Let's wait one more round with Overwatch and see if they might be out of line of sight. I would appreciate if that would be the case. Yeah, it might be the guy in the corner who can see through the window below. I thought about that as well, but that wouldn't explain why the next guy still has solid firing position with his pistol, not with squad sight, with his pistol, right? So let's take a short look. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of guys on top of the roof. Hundreds of guys on top of the roof. Okay, this is definitely going down. This is going to be a very, very fun turn, let alone for the fact that I'm definitely willing to kill zone on all of them. This is so going to be fun. Wow, and we do have cereal. Anyways, let's start with the kill zone. First things first. This here is the good old kill zone massacre.
They're not getting through.
No, they are not getting through. That's for sure. And what would be a more appropriate way to start the encounter is using a grenade. You guys would probably agree, right? Right. Why wouldn't you agree? Of course, that's the most appropriate way to start the encounter. Let's just get a little bit closer towards the target, and look at that. That's probably going to kill most of them already. I like it. Here we go. It's on, guys. It is on. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Boom. The tower got executed right away because if you destroy the bottom floor of the tower, it can't move anywhere. So basically we just triggered all of them. A little bit disappointing. I would have thought that they would trigger kill zone. Alright, that's one shot. Let's two shots and a kill. And I think the other codex just got dumped as well. Good. And you guys would probably agree the best follow-up towards a grenade is another grenade from Roby. Because yeah, why not? Like, look at that. Talking about kicking ass. Eliminated. Good. So I want to kill the Andromedon here real quick, because our gunslinger can afterwards kind of do the cleanup. Right. So let's start with a 95% shot on the Andromedon. Yeah. The reason why I wanted to do this is our sniper has loaded blue screen rounds, and with them, as you know, we'll just get a very solid damage output on both of them. So with face-off he could hit like both of them. He will kill the mech in one shot, so we lightning hand, then we just fire the pistol, and afterwards we face off. Which is 20 damage already from the two shots, and yeah, face off will just melt both of them. Yeah, there we go. I'm surprised about the amount of loot that is dropping. I've seen two loots now in multiple missions, which is rather not the norm. I remember a lot of missions where we had only 0 or 1 loot. Might want to look into that a little bit later. Let's remember that she still is covered. Okay, let's forget what I just said, because there was a damn civilian.
It's heavier than it looks.
Unnecessary. Hashtag very unnecessary. Okay, these guys do not have an action this turn. I'm more worried about them here, to be honest. Don't you dare. Wow. Whoa. We are... We're getting retaliated. We get a retaliation strike upon us. Interestingly enough, she triggers them, but none of the enemies really gives a fuck about her. Instead, they are running for the rest. Good. So my first idea is, let's make sure that the stun lancer dies. If we move up here, that is probably pretty solid. I'm not so concerned about the shield bearer down here. We could also use our rapid fire in order to kill the mech, which has 18 hit points and 3 armor. So for just one action, that might definitely be worth it. And the stun lancer we can slowly kill afterwards. Let's consider what's up here. Archon, relatively low priority because lots of hit points and low damage output. The Lancer here and the Trooper here, however, do have a little bit more damage output, so we need to consider going for them as well. Let's run and gun for now. And like I said, we might want to start going for... We might want to start going for this heavy mech. So if we move up to here, that's still in line of sight. It's solid cover. We can even go here, which is also solid cover, and even a little bit closer. So yeah, why not? Let's move up to here. It's not going to poison her. I've manually waypointed her to make sure that she's not poisoned. And it is same shit as always. We pull the whole enemy squad in one turn. And then we try to weasel our way out, like Roby's often saying. Right, so that's, we killed him and we now have Implacable. We can take any position. I'm okay with whatever. So, he certainly has been hit. Let's first of all heal aggro. Yeah, bro, you're healed now. Next up, let's make sure that this guy here, the Lancer, is receiving a proper beating. I'm going to use Rupture on him. It's going to be an ensured critical, and he also is going to be tagged with +3 points of damage for every successive shot, which allows us to use Lightning Hands, and this is going to kill him because, as you can see, it's 7 or 8 points of damage. It's not even been shown, but yeah, it's a lot of damage. Good. It's seldom that I use both of Roby's Swamp Child grenades in succession, so I don't know yet, I don't know. We definitely would want to get rid of this part of the train, so maybe we can explode this and afterwards use the gas grenade. If you pull something additionally, you either want to get rid of it relatively quick, like we're currently doing it, or you want to have like a super defensive position, which we are certainly not having. So our whole idea of this turn is to kill them as quick as possible. Roby's second grenade, yeah, certainly damages them really, really well. And now let's take a look. 100, 80, 80. So what we could do here is, and I think I'm going to go for this one. We could go for Serial, is to make sure that all of them are going down within this round. So Serial, for those who do not know, will refund any action as long as we are killing someone in the turn, and since the chances of killing them are so high, I'll just keep on shooting. Like one down, refund, second down, refund, third down hopefully as well, refund. Yeah, that was the right decision, because now we can use our autoloader, not going to cost us any actions, and we'll just get onto Overwatch. Second Overwatch. The other sniper takes another Overwatch, and yeah. She's just going to go here. I don't want to trigger any more packs. There's still one shield bearer beneath us. Yeah, but he's shooting into full cover, so he couldn't really expect this one to be like super successful. Let's take a look at our potential hack here. It might trigger just the last group. Yeah, extra supplies. I don't mind that. It's certainly an interesting reward. It's likewise interesting to see the reinforcements happening, because that would mean extra kills. Not bad either. This guy down there can be hit from Roby's perspective and already softened up. And when we follow Duchess, she certainly can also go down here and finish him. So yeah, let's take the 100% shots, because why not? This one here just softens him up. Full shredding. Lots and lots of good damage and shredding. And Duchess is now just moving down here. We'll kill him, implacable, and she'll get back up. Yeah, rock solid. I like it. She unfortunately can't reconcile.
I guess that'll be okay.
So the reason why I'm going here is the Gremlin hasn't triggered anything. So I'm pretty sure that there is no pack around this tower. Might be a little bit of a cocky move to go all the way here, but I'm pretty sure that that it'll pay out.
I'm on the move.
Overwatch, another Overwatch, and another Overwatch. So yeah, worked out just like a charm. This loot, unfortunately, yeah, was too far away, so realistically speaking, we couldn't have expected to take it. Let's move down and see if we can take a look onto the target. We can't yet. Pretty sure it's either this or the next step will give us the option to take a look. Don't want to be too aggressive with this. We still have plenty of rounds left. We know that there's one pack pretty near to the objective itself. And I don't have the full oversight about all of the enemies. I think there was a gatekeeper still in the mission, if I remember correct from the last time. Not sure though, so this is just like me thinking out loud. Anyways, there is still one more pack, and we're probably going to trigger it once we are going to start hacking here. Wow, look at that. Enemy protocol plus 20 hacking stat for aggro. Yeah, we are definitely going to take that. This is so beautiful. Third or fourth time in the whole campaign that we got it. Our hackers are really on point with their hacking stat.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files.
Really on point.
Hostiles in the area.
Best potential reward that we could hope for.
I'm going.
Such a nice reward. I'm really happy.
What's over there?
That was a misclick. I meant to go further.
Affirmative. Covering now. Overwatch. Moving to Overwatch.
Good. The last pack will definitely come towards us now. So we are definitely going to trigger this turn. Wow, how is this even possible? Like 99.99% of the time, when you hack the final piece, there is going to be one pack approaching you. Let's make this a little bit more interesting. I'm going to take the big large supply because honestly speaking, we don't need supplies at the moment. I'm a little bit speculating to get the reinforcements. But yeah, not with such a hacking stat.
Piece of cake. Moving to Overwatch.
Come get some.
Enemy movement now.
I was so sure that they are going to approach us, but they keep somehow wiggling out of the confrontation.
Got it covered. Got it covered. Overwatch. Overwatch.
Guys, come on. Run into our Overwatch trap, for fuck's sake. Can't be that hard, can it?
Come get some. Moving to Overwatch. Affirmative. On Overwatch.
Scanning.
On Overwatch. Huh?
No, 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 no. I am not happy. I want to have this confrontation.
Okay.
I hope it's worth it. Overwatch. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
On Overwatch.
I'm on it. Enemy movement ahead.
Enemy movement ahead. And somehow they are moving without being triggered. What the is going on?
Moving to position.
All right, we'll just move a little bit closer.
I'm going.
And for the sake of a good laugh, I'm going to trigger them myself, I think.
On Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Got it covered. It's making that noise.
The reason why I haven't triggered them last round is I want to make sure if I'm triggering them now that we at least have two guys that could stand here. And yeah, totally surprising, the enemies are there. Who would have thought? Such a surprise. So let's move up here. Like I was saying, I prefer to have two guys being able to shoot at them. Good. Let's get rid of most of the cover. Yes, please. I want to confirm that we are bombing it all the way. So that should give us some solid line of sight. So unfortunate. I wish I could grapple over here because he's the long-range sniper. But yeah, doesn't matter really. We could move up, grapple over here. That should barely be in range. Or we just move here and then grapple up here, which should definitely be in range. So, first shot being taken. Let's continue our shots for the sake of completing this one here. I'd like to point out that I really love grenades in this campaign. So, let's continue to use them. This will now leave the gatekeeper without any armor. The rest is pretty much already starting to burn quite desperately.
What's over there?
This here is our gunslinger. One movement, no problem for him. Specifically not if we are
Throwing the hook.
going in aggressive. High ground, he can see all of them. Just want to make sure that we get a couple of good shots onto the gatekeeper. Yeah, lovely. Look at that. Beautiful. 12 points of damage. Wonderful. Now let's do a proper face-off because we have earned that extra damage here. Wonderful. Beautiful. Splendid. Lovely. Exquisite.
Multiple targets
These are the words that spring to my mind when I think about him eradicating like all of them at once. Very good. No, honestly, it really, that has been supreme. And just to make sure that we are fine here, is there a chance to hit both of them? Oh, come on. There must be a way. No. Well, anyways. The stun lancer here will automatically die because he's acid and he'll die from acid. So we might save the explosives and hope for some nice loot drops, which we're not going to destroy if we're just taking the normal shots. Wow, is he really offering me 72%? Somehow this isn't really convincing. No, I'm not sold on the 72%. But I'm pretty sold on the let's blow them apart. I could have done that from behind. But yeah, you never know. Like, maybe we could have gotten better shots. I wouldn't have known prior to this. So, sniper shot pretty much seals the deal.
X-ray neutralized.
And I think that's it.
Status confirmed.
Yeah, that's it.
Hostiles are down in the area.
And this is what they call a hard mission, a very hard mission. I am not as convinced. No, in all honesty, let's be humble. We were lucky because I moved up with our ranger into a position where we grabbed loot, and we got uncovered. So that could still be improved. I was not careful enough on this move. And when you finish a mission, you should always try to work on your game. You should try to become better. And my option to become better at this specific mission would have been to not get uncovered. That's the difference between an excellent and a flawless mission. The flawless one would have been better, obviously. We wouldn't have received a hit, and our specialist wouldn't be in the sickbay now. It's as simple as that. Alright guys, hope you liked the mission. That was the warm-up for what is going to be a great evening.
About your capabilities, Commander. Excellent work as always.
Look at that, he now has Phantom. He now has Phantom as a colonel. Barack Obama, the Phantom. Interesting. That was a warm-up, only 20 guys? You guys don't consider that to be a real mission. It is more us doing some shadow boxing, and then after warming up the muscles, we're now going for a real fight. Merely a warm-up. Good. So, no more progressing for them. Let's take a short look how long the healing time is going to be and what are we going to do in the meantime. We need to skip some time, so we definitely want to get the training here ongoing. So we can't just do chain missions. Of course we can, but we still need to skip some time to get new abilities. So what is it going to be? We need nearly nothing. let's go for heavy weapons. So JC Chrome just recovered from his wounds, which means we could field a full team to go for this facility here, which is the last alien facility. Codex, sectopod, and lots of human creatures. We will do that. I wanted to not only beat the aliens, I wanted to really destroy them and set a signal that we are not going to be afraid about them. So it's basically us now setting the signal. I want to get rid of all of their bases. Good, and we take Velius as well. That's the same squad as before, with this with the sole exception that JC, the Lobby Phoenix, who just needs a couple of more levels, is going to join us. So yeah, he has weapons. Everyone else is more or less equipped. Like, I feel this team is pretty much handling the situation quite well. To really destroy them, you're now afraid. Well, the point is, we got dumped so hard and so often in the beginning of this campaign. I need to admit I'm enjoying it a little bit to now stomp the aliens and give it some payback time. So I want to destroy all of the facilities, and that's really the last one to go for. And afterwards, it's just storyline missions and whatever kind of pops up randomly. We just need a little bit more training with the PSI Ops, and yeah, basically there's only one more storyline mission, I think, before we get to the final quote-unquote 2 missions already. Just need some more research time in the Shadow Chamber and some more training time. So it's approximately 1.5 months in-game time left. Right, welcome to Operation Dawn Shield.